Hello again, this is Coach Ruckman. It's been a while since I posted, but I see, the videos are up over 20-something thousand views. I get emails from both this country and other countries. Football's the fastest growing sport in the world outside of the U.S. Officials have been contacting me from officials associations and things like that. So I feel the need to just take some time and go ahead and produce a bunch more videos. Try to keep them 5 to 10 minutes, something that you can watch, but also use. I want to go and spend some time on the officials. Had an official of an official association call me and say, "Hey, I've been watching your videos. Now I've been enjoying watching them, getting a better perspective from coach and things like that." And so I said, "Well, do you want me to just go ahead and throw my opinions out there on this subject?" And they said, "Sure, that would be a big help." So today I want to talk about officials and head coaches. Officials, much like head coaches, get a lot of times more of the blame or even the credit than they deserve as far as the results on the field. I know the Winter Olympics are going on right now. And I know the official in the USA-Russia men's hockey match is receiving death threats because several individuals are blaming this official for Russia losing in some type of a judgment call. So officials have a hard, stressful job, much like head coaches. Well, I want to say just for the most part, when you're a head coach coming up, usually you go ahead and hear this is how some type that you need to be. You hear coaches, especially that have been around a long time, won championships, things like that. You're supposed to be an intimidator. Opposing teams think this coach is going to get extra calls because they're so intimidating or they've been around for such a long time. I haven't really seen that to be true. Usually a coach that's been around a long time has had a lot of success. They have a good program, and good teams are going to win a lot of games. But the intimidator, I will tell you this one here, these days will get you in trouble quickly with principals, athletic directors, maybe even coaching associations. Fans, parents, everything, they don't want to see a head coach out there losing their mind, getting penalties, maybe even ejected. What it comes down to is, as a head coach, you're looked at to instill character, even in this day and age. And one of the characters you're supposed to instill, and you want your players to have, is keep focused, keep pressing towards your goal, keep moving forward, even whenever things don't go your way. Hey, if you get a call that doesn't go your way, you lose your mind, you're wiping all of that out. Okay, you're giving your players now an excuse to fall apart on you, your coaches to fall apart, your fans to leave, your principal and everybody else to just, hey, if things are going bad, you've got to be that rock through it all. So the intimidator, try it if you want, but I'm telling you, it is not going to sit well with your administrators these days, at least if you're in high school. Probably in college as well. You can look at many college coaches recently, whether it's the Rutgers coach or, even as much respect. I don't want to mention any football coaches because I have respect for everybody, but you see people getting in trouble by maybe being a little too intimidating in this day and age. The good guy, that's the next approach. Hey, no matter what, never complain, always smile, it's all good. They'll know you're a good guy and make sure to give you some calls here and there. Again, I've never really met any type of official that has had any type of bearing, whether it's intimidator or good guy. I think the officials do a great job of just tuning all of that out and try their best to do a good job on the field. My thing is, just like whenever I talked about the head coaching interview, be genuine, be yourself. There's nothing that will endear you to people like honesty, whether it's the officials or your administrators. Just be genuine. That's all you can ask to be. Unless you're naturally maybe a little bit of a jerk, maybe you should tone that down a little bit in your interactions with officials. The main thing is just be genuine. They're just regular folks. You're just regular folks. They're doing a job. You're doing a job. Let's trust each other that we're all trying to do our best here. Now, with the officials, from a head coaching perspective, what we're looking for Number one, keep order. We're there for a football game. We don't want to lose control of our players. We don't want to fight to break out. We don't want it to devolve into something that it's not supposed to be. Another reason to keep order, we don't want to lose players for weeks on a time due to ejections. Now, this doesn't mean, once you're throwing flags every second to keep order, but definitely when you're out there, talk to those kids. Grab them up. We will try to help you on the sideline if we're worth a darn. But keep those kids in the game, away from the chippiness. If you have to throw a flag, hey, you got to. But the big thing is keep order out there. We don't want to lose players. It affects our whole season to get kids ejected. So please try to keep order a lot of different ways before they know not to mess up, because you've established that order. Secondly, be invisible. I know that's the head coach in me coming out. Keep order, but be invisible. Neither officials nor coaches, I don't believe, want an outcome of a game to be decided by officials. Hey, there's sometimes it's going to happen. It's so blatant, that's what you're there for. But for the most part, just be invisible. I think the other officials on your crew want you to relatively be invisible as well. I know that there may be an official here or there that does want to be a star or does want to get a part of the game, throw an extra flag, things like that. And officials on crews usually know who those people are, or maybe as well. And the people on your crew don't like that either. They don't like having to do these types of things that they think are overboard. This is, you're getting involved in the game now. So please be invisible. Third and four are together, honesty and explain things. An honest explanation. Take your time, please, to just give an explanation. There's nothing worse to a football coach than to have a flag, especially on the other side of the field. If it's on the other side of the field, please be extra explaining or think about it at least. Because we're just going on guesswork, 50-something yards away. Please explain, even if I haven't agreed with things, if the official took an honest, genuine attempt to explain something, yeah, I may still be upset if it adversely affects us, but forgotten in a play or two, on to the next one. There's nothing worse than a flag, there's a signal, and then the next play, not explaining every flag, of course. I know that. But as well as I do, if there's an official watching, there may be 3 to 6 plays in a game where there's a flag. Please take the time to explain those if it's a confusing situation, or if a coach is asking for an explanation. I've never met a coach just trying to manipulate the outcome of a game by getting an explanation. They're just trying to get an understanding they can pass on to their players and coaches and try to move on to the next play. Again, thanks a bunch for listening. I hope that this helped you out some. If you're a coach or an official, I would love to weigh in on any other follow-up questions you might have. Again, this is Coach Ruckman, and thanks a bunch for taking the time to watch.